Hello friends, I'm going to start illustration 15 of CMA Inter Financial Management. This is a chapter capital structure. Please read the questions here. Please. Illustration number 15. Company X and company Y are in the same risk class and are identical in every fashion except that company X uses debt and while company Y does not. It means what? Company X, company Y. This company equity as well as debt. This company is a equity only. The company having debt and equity, that is said to be levered form. Levered form. This is said to be unlevered form. Unlevered form. This is the unlevered form. This is company X uses debt while the company Y does not. The levered form has rupees 9 lakh debentures. Debt rupees 9 lakh at interest rate 10%. At interest rate 10%. And the both the forms has 20% earning before interest and tax. Before tax, forms earn 20%. It means EBIT 20% of capital implied. 20% of capital implied. Both your fixed assets. Asset is a 15 lakh. It means of 15 lakh. This is rupees 3 lakh. 3 lakh. Assume the perfect capital markets, rationals, investors, and so on. The tax rate 50%. Tax rate is 50%, and capitalization rate for equity. Capitalization rate for equity 15%. It means what? Tax rate 50%, capitalization rate 15%. That is equal to cost of equity is a 15%. This is a given. Compute the value of the form X and Y using net income approach. Okay. The first part answer we can give here. Answer of first part we can give here. As per net income approach, it is gain value of the form X and Y. It is assumptions of net income approach. Form does not have tax, but in the given question, tax rate is given. Accordingly, we have to solve. Okay. As per assumption of net income approach. As per assumption of net income approach, there is no tax. There is no tax. Here, tax rate is given. Here, tax rate is given. Therefore, we have to solve accordingly. You have to solve. We have to solve accordingly. Now, company X, this is company Y. Calculation of value of the form. We have to find value of the form. Okay. As per value of the form, we have to calculate. This is in rupees. This is in rupees. Okay. EBIT given here. EBIT 3 lakh. This is a 3 lakh. Less interest 10% of 9 lakh. 9 lakh. This is a 90,000. No interest in this case. Earning before tax. 2 lakh 10,000. This is a 3 lakh. Less tax 50%, 1,05,000. This is 1,50,000. Now earning for equity. This is said to be earning for equity, and it is assumed to be A 1,05,000, 1,50,000. Cost of equity we have, that is the B 15%. 15%. Now value of equity we can calculate. Value of equity, that is A divided by B, means earning for equity divided by cost of equity. So 1,05,000 divided by 15%, 1,05,000 divided by 15%, that is 7 lakh. Here 1,50,000 divided by 15%, and it is 10 lakh. 10 lakh. Value of debt, it is 9 lakh. No debt here. Value of firm, this is suppose P and this is a Q. Value of firm P plus Q, and this is 16 lakh. 16 lakh. This is your 10 lakh. As per net income approach, this is the way of calculating value of the firm where tax is given. Okay. Now, in the second part, what is the questions? In second part, compute the value of the each firm using net operating income approach. Net operating income approach, we have to find the value of the firm. In this case, tax is also given here 50%. There is a no, in assumptions of net operating approach, there is a no tax, but tax rate is given in the given questions. That's why it is solved on the basis of extension of net operating income approach, that is model, approach, Miller approach. Answer of second part. Second part. As per net operating income approach, no tax, but in the given questions, tax is 50%. Hence, it is solved on the basis of extension of net income approach, that is approach. Approach. Okay. Now, value of unlevered firm. Unlevered firm. Value of unlevered firm. Unlevered firm is the firm in which there is no debt. No debt, like equity. Okay. Value of unlevered firm. EBIT 1 minus tax rate divided by cost of equity. EBIT is a 3 lakh. company Y. This is company Y. 3 lakh 1 minus 0.5. This is a 0.15. 1,50,000 divided by 0.15 rupees 10 lakh. Now, value of levered form. Value of levered form. Value of levered form. Value of unlevered form plus present value of tax saving on debt. Look at it. Its value of unlevered form is already calculated 10 lakh. You write here 10 lakh. Debenture value is a 9 lakh. Interest is calculated. Tax saving on debt interest. Debt interest. Interest rate is 10%. Tax saving 50%. Present value. That's why present value for perpetuity. Infinity formula is applied. And this is the 10%. 10%, 10% get cancelled. Now debt into tax rate is the formula. Debt into tax rate. The here 10 lakh plus 9 lakh into 50%. Ultimate formula is here debt value into tax rate. This becomes tax rate. But this is a present value of tax benefit on interest up to infinity. This is 10 lakh plus 4 lakh 50,000, 14 lakh 50,000. This is the value of levered form. Okay. Now, in third part, what we have to do here? Look at here. In third part, using net operating income approach. Using net operating income approach, calculate overall cost of capital for the firm X and Y. Overall cost of capital for the firm X and Y. Okay. Cost of capital for firm X and Y. Cost of equity and cost of capital. Answer of three part. Company Y is unlevered form. 100% equity. 100% equity. This is the 100% equity. Okay. Now, weighted average cost of capital is the cost of equity because of no debt here. Cost of equity, that is the 15%. This is the 15%. Now company X. Company X. Company X. Value of firm is 14,50,000. We have already calculated. Value of debt, this is 9 lakh. Value of equity, equity 5,50,000. Earning for equity. Earning for equity. Look at total EVIT minus interest, 1 minus tax rate, 1 minus tax rate. EVIT you had 3 lakh rupees, interest 10%, this is 90,000, 1 minus 0.5, it is already calculated in net income approach. Rupees 1,05,000, 1,05,000. Cost of equity in this case. Earning for equity divided by value of equity, into 100. 1,05,000 divided by 5,50,000 into 100. This is a 19%. 19% cost of equity. And thereafter you calculate cost of debt. Interest rate 1 minus tax rate. 10%, 1 minus 0.5, this is equal to 5%. Weighted average cost of capital. Cost of debt, weight of debt, cost of equity, weight of equity. Cost of debt is of 5%. Total value of debt is 9 lakh. Out of 14,50,000, cost of equity is of 19%. We have already calculated here. And equity value 5,50,000 out of 14,50,000. Weighted average cost of capital 10.31%. 10.31%. Okay. This is the answer of part third. Now look at it. In fourth part, question is, which of these two forms has an optimal capital structure according to net operating income approach? As we know that the company having lowest cost of capital, that is said to be the optimal cost of capital. And which company has the lowest cost of capital, that is the optimal cost of capital. Okay. Thank you, class.